Hi, this is Kathy, and this is the intraday harmonic scenario for NQ for Monday, the 25th of April. All right, coming into Friday, one of the things I was watching for is first completion of a bat and a shark. But second of all, where was price going to be in relation to the level 4509.75? And let me show you why. This is really scrunched. Price was in like what, 2, 4, 6, 7 day range, right? And on Thursday, it kind of breached below that 4509.75 neutral zone. But so coming into Friday, I was wondering if that was going to hold as resistance or if price was going to push back inside of it to return back to acceptance. Well, it rejected that 4509.75 with a vengeance. In other words, it never even came back up to test it. But we are now at new acceptance area that is lower around this 44.75.25. So I'm going into the profile first. So because there was expansion on Friday and it was 103% of its annual average range. So it was right in the average range, right? But compared to what we had, this was an expanded day. So this implies, unless there's continuation to either push away from this 44.75.25 with conviction, the inclination is it's going to try to fill in some of the imbalance from Friday, okay? So that means chop potential between 44.95 and 44.75.25 if it gets above this this little low volume node, which is around 44.70, or if it holds below there, then it could chop around in between 66.25 to 44.36.25-ish. Okay? Harmonically speaking, price broke below this double PRZ. Now, this breach of it, I'm sorry, it breached it. That breach of it is still considered a PEZ, a permissible entry zone, okay? So, meaning that unless it were to hold below the PRZ and continue downside, then it was permissible to play these two patterns for upside targets, retracement targets, okay? So now going into next week, I want to see how much is it going to retrace, and that will be decisive points whether it can get there or once it does get there. So here's what it is. Ideal minimum retracement in the world of harmonics for both of these patterns is going to be 44.89.75. Okay, ideal targets are going to be 45.07.75 for the 5.0 and the 100%. This is the dreamed of retracement target of harmonic patterns at 45.84.50. So if we cannot, and because even on this chart, there's a little bit of expansion. It implies a stall, and we do have some, if you look at, oops, wrong one. If you look at this 44.71.50 area, it's been recognized as both support and resistance in the past, and especially most recently. And that's where we closed, right? So 44.71.50. So this is going to be an important level, first of all, to hold above or below, but because of expansion, as I was trying to say, it could pull back and test this PRZ as support. Price is also trying to invalidate a bear cross and push for the momentum to go upside. Now, what happens in this GRZ, the golden ratio zone, this big gray zone here between 89.75 and 25.75, that is absolutely key, because if price cannot push above that golden ratio zone, the inclination is weakness, okay? So each one of these levels, this 71.50 and each one of these noted levels is very important, and we want to see if price is going to, first of all, get there, and second of all, how does price behave once it's there. And the pull is to the downside if price cannot push above 45.25.75. That may not happen in a day, but just so you are aware of what's going on in the world of harmonics and how these levels correlate with that. Okie doke. Now, if price pulls back and this time falls and holds below this 44.42, then that increases the probability of going to the next PRZ, and it is another double PRZ here at 44.0875 to 43.9750. And then I have another double PRZ even lower. So there's reason for price to continue lower, but the bulls have an opportunity here to step in, go into retracement mode of this double bullish pattern, and see how much oomph they have. Okay?